Oh, good morning. It's Tuesday and it's 12 degrees. Bo's had his hair cut, so he's a happy boy. Let's have a walk around the garden and see what we've got to do. The wisteria is growing back nicely. I may trim these long lengths though to make it sprout out. Sedum tabletop is looking good, and the rosemary is always looking good. Need to deadhead these roses. Clear as light here. Look at these nasturtiums. I'll try and save them, see if they overwinter, but I doubt it. But I need to clear all this. The hydrangeas looking fantastic. Bananas looking good. Now I lost this fern here, but it might come back in the spring. I'm going to lift it and move it. That's one of the other jobs that got to be done. This has got to be cleared and finish clearing all this area here and re-landscaping it. These are all artichokes, but I don't eat artichokes, so they're growing like a weed here actually. So all these roots are really bagged up to get rid of. And the hedge has got to be cut. The black outer flower is good. Let's see if we can see. Oh, there he is. And yes, the frog is still there. As I said earlier, the other two have already gone, but yeah. Now, these are planted, this I planted, but this, I don't know what this is. I definitely didn't plant that. Not those ones. So whether they came in with this pom plant, I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. A lot of work to be done. This banana has survived. It's growing very slow though, it's not the most ideal place. The gingers, they really want moving. I may have to try and dig them up. But the olives are looking really good. We travel on round. This rosemary, as I've said so many times, it just continuously flowers and flowers and flowers throughout the year. And the chrysanthemums, yeah, they're not looking bad. Nest boxes are surviving the weather. I need to do the feeders. Must keep feeding the birds. This rose here is getting to be a problem. Do I take it down completely, or what do I do? It may have to come down completely. And it's not flat, it's this yucca. The flowers haven't opened yet, but I'm hoping they open soon. Most probably hear a plane going over. We're not far from Sleep Airfield, where get a lot of planes, small planes, flying over all the time. The water wants cleaning out for the wildlife. This box over there is okay. Let's carry on round. All this heads along here, it won't clip him. That's about the last of these flowers we'll get. So let's carry on round. These I'll just let them carry on until they die off naturally. Now these are the ferns. This is one of the native ferns, and this is a native fern. Now the native ferns are the ones that didn't survive too well. There was some more around here. There and there. They've tried to come back, so I'll leave them now and let them come in the, see what happens in the spring. This rose is still flowering, but that's still got a couple more buds on it. And what's been happening here? Oh dear. Have I had a cat or something? It's a good question. Very good question. What's been going on there, isn't it? That's the last of the red roses there. Oh dear. It always looks very tatty this time of year, but well, you have to look forward and think, come the spring, it's going to look bloody fantastic. This yucca gets any bigger, they're going to overtake the garden, these yuccas. These green ones just go mad. That one over there. Right, well, still nicely in flower. I'll sort this out. Move this apple tree and try and save it for next year. The mint is coming back nicely, peppermint and spearmint. And the compost heaps. Just about full. I may have to build a fourth one, because I've got one there, a tumbler one, but these tumbler ones, they don't work very well, so I'm not happy with that. No. There's a small bee there, most probably a carder or a minor bee, not sure, but it's on its way out. The cold weather's now affecting it, it won't last much longer. Rhubarb has finished here, but the rhubarb over here is still going absolutely mad. I want to move the rhubarb from here, and all these bananas have got to go because I don't want them affecting the drain there, which Bo is proudly presenting to you. So, with that, greenhouse. Right. Goodness me. let's go in the greenhouse and have a look. These cyclamens have got to go out. And yeah, spring onions are not looking that great. The radishes, well, we'll see. The mescalon mix, salad leaf mix, and the red ruble cow is looking good. The grapevines ready for tying up and such. These, I'll dispose of these. I'll take a cutting of some for salad, and the rest I'll then put on the compost heap, because they're got plenty of nitrogen. Let's see if I can pull one out. Good nitrogen fixers they are, these peas, so they're always good for the garden. Right, and it's now 19.8. It has reached a high of 34.3 and a low of 4 degrees. Let's see what it is in Fahrenheit. In Fahrenheit it's 70.3. Oh, that's good. It has come up to 93.7 in the last week in here, and reached a low of 39.2. That's okay. That's, you know, not above freezing point yet. Right, so on with the garden. Sedum is coming into flower nicely. So, and this I've got no idea what it is, but it always looks so beautiful. And the thyme and the sage. That's a purple sage. It's always looking good. Right, Bo says, come on Dad, let's get the garden going. Oh, I've come back indoors. Yeah, it's raining again. Well, let's face it, we had a lovely summer of drought, warm and hot weather. Now we've got, it's autumn after all, chilly days, cold nights and rain. And what did we do all summer? Pray for rain. I'm not complaining, I'm quite happy. What I'm going to do now is sort out the last of my tomatoes. Yeah, that's right, I've been eating tomatoes since mid-June, well no, beginning of July. I had tomatoes ready, and to be honest, I'm a bit fed up with tomatoes. But this is the last of them. So I'm going to go through the last ones I've got. I've got about 2 dozen left, and see what's okay. And then I'm going to use them up this week before the rest go off. So let's have a look. Right, so here we are. These are the smaller the tomatoes. So I'm going through looking to make sure that they're okay to be for the rest of the week. Yep. See, they're just beginning to start to wrinkle. So they need using. That one, if you can see that just there, it's there you go. That's going bad. That one's just about okay. That one's okay. Yep. How was your tomatoes? Did you have a good season or a bad season? I had 4 lots of tomatoes. Now this one has gone very puppy. I had 4 tomatoes. I had some brown ones, which I can't remember what they were, and I had two of those, and I had two Moneymaker. These are the last of us Moneymaker. These are the small ones. See, that one's gone completely. Yuck. Can't use him. Yeah, just... They're okay for some... There's a couple okay for eating as salad. The rest are going to be cookers. Yeah, see that one's... No, that one's gone. It's gone on this side here. But they'll find their way onto the compost heap, so I'm not complaining. So, I've still got too many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I've got 20 still left. Now, I don't know about you, but these are going to be used this week. By Friday, Saturday, they're going to be gone. Now look like this horrible mushy job there. So I don't want to waste them. For 4 plants, that's not bad, you know. I never kept count on how many pounds of tomatoes I've had, but I've had a lot. It's been a very up and down year this year. Some people have said to me locally that their apple trees have done nothing. Now I've got 2 apple trees out there which are around about about 5 years old. Maybe six. No older than 6. And they're both Bramley apples. And I've had, this year, I harvested 55 pounds of Bramley apples off of there this year. So I'm more than chuffed about that. Last year was actually a bad year for me. I only got about 30 pounds. The year before, I got 50 pounds. So it's gone 50 pounds year before last, roughly 30 pounds last year, 55 pounds this year. So it's going up. Now, to me, that tells me that I'm doing the pruning right. I've never pruned apple trees before. This is the first time I've actually had apple trees that I've been pruning, and I do the pruning every year because I can only let them get to a certain height, and yeah, it's working. I'm getting the apples. Well, what else did well this year? Rhubarb did really well. It just went absolutely mad. Now, I don't water. One thing I don't do is water. The reason being, if you keep watering, say you water every couple of days or once a week, unless you really flood the ground, those roots are just going to stay on the top. You need the roots of your plants to go down as deep as possible. Even the plants that normally only have roots spread across the top will send roots further down. The tap roots will go down deep, really deep, and they'll bring up all the nutrients and water to the surface through their main tap root. So it works for me. The only problem I had over the summer was with the native ferns, the perennial, suppose you could say coniferous type fern, which has fronds and stays green all year round. They were fine, but I suppose they went into winter mode, where they still keep their fronds, their leaves, but they don't die off. Now, but with the native ferns, they close down. So the only thing you can do is cut them off, cut the leaves off, save the energy. When you get some rain back again, they'll come back, and that's what's happened to mine. I cut them off, cut all the fronds off, so like you would do in the spring, and then when we had enough rain, the fronds have come back. Now, I don't cut those off until the spring. One of the jobs I'll be doing this week is show you how I overwinter my ferns to keep the main head of the fern from freezing. It's too early to do anything with bananas yet, but there is a load of other work out there. Oh, this is my avocado tree, which I planted, I think it was maybe the beginning of this year or the end of last year. It's now standing, getting on for about 3 feet, 2.5 to 3 feet, but there's a problem. Always has been a problem with it, and that's the browning of these leaves. Now, I know it's not the water because I use rainwater or water that's been distilled. So it's not the chlorine in the water. It could be to do with a bacteria or a root-borne virus in the soil. That I'll never know. The other thing you look at is it to do with mites, leaf mites? Now, there's a couple. One is the Persia mite, which I will put on here. Its Latin name as well. Now that one causes the brown mottling on top of the leaf and underside of a leaf, but it also causes down the centre rib, it causes a webbing, which is where the mite lives. Now on all these leaves there is no webbing. Okay. So you think, okay, what can it be? Right, even on one of the leaves that's fallen off, there's no webbing. So you think, okay, what about brown mite? Now, brown mite also causes this bronzing effect, but it only causes the bronzing on the top and not underneath. The other one, which is a 6-spotted mite, causes purplish patches. Well, that's on the underside only. Well, 1, they're not purplish. 2, I've got them on the upside either. So, any suggestions? Anyone got any suggestions? Anyone managed to grow an avocado tree? I mean, I'm quite happy. It's growing quite well. The leaves aren't too bad. It's obviously growing quite healthy because of all the new growth on the top and the new growth on the side shoot there. So I'm not going to worry too much. There's even, even some new growth there, look. On the tip of that one, just there. So I'm not going to worry too much. It was an experiment to see if I could grow one. I planted, I think, 2 or 3, and 1 grew. So, if you want to see how it was grown, I can't tell you what video it was. You'll have to go back. And basically, I took the avocado seed, sliced down one side, put it in some water, and then actually planted it once there was a shoot starting to come up out of it, out of a seed. I then planted it. So that's what's happened to the avocado tree, for those that was wondering.